form teams coming in to this final match of round 11 of the Ninja A-League. And aren't we in for a special treat? It's a warm day here in Adelaide. It'll be none other than Fiona Wirtz to get us underway. Wirtz immediately passes back. He aims to move as quickly far forward as possible. Dewey, first touch in her return. And Hodgson comes up against Olivia Kelly, who scored her debut goal on Thursday. Long sweeping ball to switch down the pitch. Ball going for a run. Tries to thread it through to Jale. In the battle, and Sean Dewey, who gets there, Zoe Tolan rather, who gets there first in the foot race. Morgan spotting the run on the opposite flank. Hodgson pressing forward. Tries to play it short, dealt with by Kelly. Olivia Kelly, she made the move, joined the Phoenix after that in the game against Brisbane, and has played every minute so far since she's joined. Jaber and Barry passing it between themselves. Dewey gets a touch. Villau forced to come out. And the ball pins back and forth between the two keepers. Jenkins, she's been relishing the opportunity of getting these minutes, of course. Emily Grove sitting on the bench, a player who is predominantly the starting keeper last season for Adelaide United. Dorber on the ball. Playing it through to Morgan. The switch up to Leon. Comes awkwardly off the boot of Jenkins. She'll have to track back. And Wellington get a throw in a dangerous area. Well, looking for the opportunity to cross. Collides with the foot of Leon, who shrugs it off eventually. Wellington doing well to win the ball back. Condon plays it back. Initial touch of Dorber, couldn't quite get under control, but was supported by her teammate. A lot of action really taking part in the early couple of minutes in the middle of the park here. A lot of little changes of possession. Both goalkeepers only really getting involved to help distribute the ball. Tolan with a throw. Well, Grace Jolly didn't quite get on the score sheet last week in Thursday's game, but it's definitely on for the assist for that final goal for Emma Main. Really built into this season. And the foot race is on. Between Elliott and Tonkin. Kelly comes in for support. And early in the game, you can see the intent from Wellington here. They have been smothering. Trying to win the ball back quickly. A very congested press. Leon going for the run, but the shout from offside was immediate. Dorba adjusted her run accordingly. It is 33 degrees today in Adelaide. Quite hot and stifling conditions, very much a dry heat. So players will have to adjust, both coming off a bit of a short turnaround as well. Phoenix playing basically 72 hours ago. And of course, Adelaide United coming off opposite conditions, arguably, from Wednesday night, where they played in what was called biblical storms in that game. So really getting the most of the Australian weather on opposite ends. McCutcheon tries to swing it. Clearance from Jenkins gets only halfway. Longo plays it through the through ball. Will go out for the first corner of the game. Strong work from Ferguson. Another look at that beautiful ball from Annalie Longo. Ferguson does well to keep up with it, but the sliding challenge there pushes it out for the first corner. Annalie Longo didn't take part in the last time these two sides faced each other. Was coming off a facial injury in the week beforehand. But such a crucial player in this Wellington Phoenix setup. She'll be in charge of this corner kick. Longo comes in short, headed towards, and then a Cully. It pins back and forth. Well, Hodgson wasn't able to keep a hold of it, so it'll be another corner, this time the way of Phoenix again on the other end. Comes off the head of Mackenzie Barry. Cully tried to bring it back through, but well, first signs of dangerous attack from the Phoenix. Be Lara Wall in charge of the corner kick on this side. Wall unable to bring it into the field of play. You can see there the direct intent of the Wellington Phoenix player, all their tall timbers lining up to try and get their head on that ball. Just swung directly into the roof of the net. Jenkins plays it short. This whistle eventually goes, but you can hear the intent through the voices of the Phoenix players as well. Well, just having conceded the foul there on Fiona Wirtz. But they're working very much like a unit in tandem. Long ball over the top, but especially given the stifling conditions, it'll be interesting to see how many of those opportunities with the long ball and those counter-attacks will have to be adjusted given the conditions of this game. Falau. Rosendale. Morgan right on her tail. Well, neither team's giving the other much room to breathe or move. You can see the closeness. Ferguson paying a lot of attention there to the direction Jenkins is moving. Jaber went for the clearance rather than the finesse And early on in this game, you can see it's relatively even possession between the two. 46% for Adelaide, 54% for Wellington. Longo looked up, decided to use that flank with Jale. Shouts of higher from Carolina Bilal.
Go, Dave! Go on, Dave! Yes, Dave!
Well, Daisy Brosendale making most of this start. Adrian Centre wasn't too happy with what he's seeing so far. We've seen Adelaide score a couple of early goals so far this season, of course. Emily Hodgson scored that first goal, the goal within the first 10 minutes of play against Central Coast, and that was all the difference in that game. Very valuable 3 points, another clean sheet for them. Jale. Longo. Jale now. Looking for that ball to be crossed in. Wall. Flirting with the sideline, able to just beat Leon. Tries to play it low and it flashes past. Well, Ferguson was there. It was a golden opportunity for the Wellington Phoenix. Beautiful work here from Lara Wall, dancing one way and the other. And the ball just flashed past the face of goal. Ferguson just caught wrong-footed. Kelly finds Ferguson. Wellington very content to keep the ball deep in their own attacking half. Elliott. Not quite cleared, and Longo! Just wide. Well, in the past couple of minutes, we've really seen what the Wellington Phoenix intend to bring in this game today. The ball from Elliott, cross back, wasn't quite cleared by McNamara. It was just that final edge just going slightly wide from Annalie Longo. Well, Wellington Phoenix look to crash the undefeated party that Adelaide has started 2025 with. 2 shots to the Phoenix in the first 13 minutes of this game. Jale just tried, so many players in red around her. Ball goes over the top. Bubbles. But Tonkin able to clear. Adelaide trying to build it up from the back. Wellington making every single idea known, moving as a unit. Trying to play that vocal pressure as well. And Adrian Stenter spoke about how he foresaw that problem was going to be caused by the style of play that Wellington have. And of course, he was hoping that his side would also cause some problems. Dorber and Jaber battling it out.
Yeah, good, Tiana.
We set.
Play on the...
Hodgson. Well, Adelaide will creep forward ever so slightly down the line. Hodgson to Condon again. Morgan does well with the interception. Condon, Dorber now. Who's waiting for her there? Is this the opportunity? And Wirtz off balance. Well, it was a great combination for Adelaide United, and in the end, just the off-balance attempt. Dorber here, beautiful cross back in. Leon, of course, competition with Wall, but Wertz just couldn't quite get her balance right before she struck it first time. Now moving back, Wellington. We've seen some end-to-end action already. Both teams trying to make their mark and prove exactly why they are doing so well this season. And with that, we'll have the first drinks break of this evening's match. Of course, quite hot conditions here in Adelaide. 33 degrees, so there'll be 2 drink breaks per half. But even given the heat, the conditions, of course, this is 4th versus 5th on the table coming up against each other. Both on this equal number of points on 11. It's just goal difference that separates the two. Wellington Phoenix have been on this hot run of form since round 4, only losing that 1 game to Melbourne City. It was 2 goals in a minute they conceded. Besides that, the rest of the football has been consistent. And Adelaide United, well, for a side that finished bottom of the table last season, they've brought back some fan favourites. Fiona Wertz returned in the off-season. She's leading the Golden Boot at the moment, or going into the round. This opportunity as well, getting some crucial information from the coaches. See Paul Temple telling his team exactly what he's expecting out of them. Oh, of course, Wellington Phoenix played on Thursday and went to Sydney. They came across to Adelaide on Friday morning. Had the training session yesterday. Everyone pulled up fresh, according to assistant coach Kate Shepherd. And of course, given 3 games in a week, they have made a decision to rest some players where necessary. Alyssa Wynnum, of course, scored that first goal of the game on Thursday within the first 7 seconds of the second half. Not only Longo only played until the 75th minute, come off, and given their comfortable 2-0 lead at the time, had the opportunity to rest some players in anticipation of what a difficult match this will be today. We're back underway here at Martin Sport Complex. Toland using McNamara, who's pressed up. Down the pitch, long ball over the top, Leon. Couldn't quite keep a hold of it. Ball looking for options, opts to pass back. Wow. Pass off the boot of Tonkin. Kelly receives it immediately back for Longo. Clattering of boots leads to the foul. Have a look. Just on the ball against Brazendale. Again, it definitely feels like this is a game that will be fought out in the middle of the park. Question being, who's going to be the one, given the conditions, are they going to try and play it around and see how both teams are pressing early in this game. And the volume from the Wellington Phoenix players on the pitch, directing their other players as they move defensively.
Back out, back again. Chance free, Claudia.
Tolan showing composure, finds Dewey. Dauber does well. Goes back in Leon. Beautiful ball from Leon, but in the end doesn't trouble the defence for Wellington too much. Valau not afraid to come out and collect. Longer, Kelly. Ball over the top, headed back towards the captain. Ferguson finding Elliott. It's headed back and forth. Morgan just trying to direct it into the path of a player with space. So the long ball over the top persists just to try and clear it out of a dangerous area. The two centre backs for Phoenix combining. Jale now on the move.
Just play, just play.
Well, Paul Temple, first Wellington Phoenix coach to coach consecutive seasons. Also worked with the academy for Wellington Phoenix for quite some time. Knows the system, knows the players. New Zealand's capital well. The frustration there from Hodgson. Just couldn't run onto the ball. The first time that these two sides played each other back in round 4 for Unite round. Of course, this is the second meeting out of 3 this season, given the extra fixture. Wellington Phoenix came out of the gates the first 3 games of the season, hadn't picked up any points. Spent the week in camp in the lead up to the game, having 2 back-to-back games in Australia, and they came out with a renewed energy. You could feel the anticipation building throughout that first half, and right before the stroke of halftime, it was a goal initially from the free kick of Mebe Tanaka, and Ferguson assisted Mai McCutcheon. First clean sheet of the season for the Phoenix. And now they've had 2 in a row, back-to-back, the most ever in their history in the Ninja A-League. Could we potentially see a third today? Brazendale looking for support, finds it McCutcheon. Turns one way then the other, asking for support. You can hand us out, calling for players to come forward. Kelly tries to swing the cross. It's the outside of the 18-yard box. Players trying to keep cool in the weather. Tonkin with acres of space in front of her. Still decides the lateral option is the best one. Long scooping ball. Hodgson's made her way down the field. Couldn't quite find the connection to bring the ball further down the pitch with Dorba. McCutcheon playing it with Kelly. Finding Elliott. Sarah Morgan really has been dominating that position for Adelaide United so far this season. The calls are there for Ferguson to try and put the pressure on Jenkins. Leon quick and along with the throw. Quick look at the duels in this game so far. 12-1 for Adelaide, 14 for Wellington. It's been a lot of one-on-one situations in this game. Player on player marking has been definitely a focal point. It's a hard knock to the face. Brazendale hits the deck. Elliott rather. Just the shoulder of Morgan. Take a moment here for both teams to potentially also have a quick chat with their coaches. Sarah Morgan, she's been involved in so much for Adelaide United so far this season. Played 19 games with them last season as well. Debuted at Canberra United, but a South Australian product. Night, Elliott. Up and about. Back to her feet. Immediately gets the towel wrapped around her. So the teams will use this opportunity as the second drinks break of the first half. Approach that 30-minute mark in this game. Well, we saw a lot of action in the first 10 or so minutes. Both teams having an opportunity, Wellington having those 2 shots early in the game, but as was to be expected between these two sides, it has predominantly been a battle in that midfield, and trying to break through has been difficult. Wellington having arguably the better of the chances so far. But unable to break through. So at the moment as it stands, 5 shots for Wellington, just 2 for Adelaide. 2 corners for Wellington as well. None as of yet for Adelaide United. I have seen them be dangerous on corners so far this season. Of course, scoring Olympico at home in Adelaide earlier in the season. So Mania Elliott will remain part of this match. Good to see her up and about. Restart play with the drop ball situation. McNamara. Playing it back to Jenkins. Fairway out of the box, trying to look for an option. Connecting with it long. Longo in the battle with Dewey. Grace Jarley does well. Longo now, pressing forward. Takes the moment to cut inside. Running one way and the other. Trying to dance on the ball, but the young Sian Dewey, she's done well. Made the most of that rest break throughout the week. Still hard to believe that she's only 17 years of age. Barry playing it back. Elliott. Kelly. Smart to play McCutcheon. Couple instances now of Wellington pushing forward, able to string 3 to 4 connections before losing it at that next one. It's a defensive pressure that's on, but also just haven't been able to find the space and time for a player to receive that next ball to be able to do something with it. Java. Kelly and Hodgson getting tangled. Brought down by Jarley. Able to use her physical attributes so well. The height and strength.
Sit. Someone's got to sit.
Longo going for the run, trying to find that killer ball to thread through, to no avail. What is going to be the piece of magic that breaks the deadlock in this game?
Gotta go to ball.
Wellington using those shapes, using those triangles. Brings it out wide. Good work from Condon there to win it back. McCutcheon can't quite take it away. And Valau does well. Oh, Fiona Wirtz is calling for the corner there. But Valau does well to keep it in play. Well, tackle success rate at the moment, 50% for Adelaide, 44% for Wellington. Here's an opportunity now for Dorba. Streaming down, looking to cross it back. And it'll be the first corner of the game for Adelaide. We've seen so much of the ball really being stuck around the middle and towards where Wellington are aiming in this first half, but great run here from Dorba. Plays it off wall. So the first corner for them this evening. Emily Condon charged with corner kick duties. Condon, high ball. There's several shouts. And Beth Rattray takes a moment before pointing back to the corner. So another opportunity here for Adelaide. Delightfully weighted ball, just in front of goal. Condon goes short, shorter this time than the previous attempt. Got another opportunity here. Will she try and cross it in? Comes off the head. And just goes over the crossbar in the end, but some strong attacking intent there from Adelaide. Some opportunities there, the best we've seen the past 30 minutes from them. Saw a lot of danger early on in this game, but given the conditions and the short turnaround from both teams, they have to have had to adjust each other's style of play, almost stifling the other at points. Condon running at that ball hard to the applause of the fans. What can Emily Condon do here? Makes the choice. And a brilliant save from Valau. Has to get down low. So 3 quick corners now for Adelaide. Really trying to challenge and get that goal before the halftime whistle. And Dorba looking for that birthday goal. Can she get the ultimate present and the 3 points on her birthday today? Will Condon go for the in-swinger here? We know she's capable of scoring from a corner this season. Condon. Back post. Rosendale almost runs out of room. Chewy does well. McNamara just gives chase in the end. So after a few minutes of attacking set pieces, Wellington can breathe a sigh of relief, trying to make the most of this goal kick and get the ball out of danger. Longo positioning her body underneath Kelly. Slipping on the surface now. Hodgson does well to be in a good position. Dorba on a plate for Dorba. And another brilliant save from Carolina Valau. Well, it looked to be a save from Valau. Another look at that play. Dorba low. Looked like the outstretched palm of Valau. Just touched it. Condon again. Adelaide on the attack. Getting stuck. 5 Phoenix players to submerge her. Another corner now for Adelaide. these patches we've just seen of the ball hugging certain periods of and areas of the pitch. Well, this has been Adelaide's time to shine, deep in their attacking half. Can they make the most of these opportunities before the halftime whistle? Condon, high, headed away by Barry. Cross back in, Villau, it spills, and it hits the back of the net, and Adelaide United take the lead.
Well, it's the end of the run of the period with no goals conceded from Wellington, Phoenix, and Adelaide United, they take the lead in this battle between 4th and 5th. Well, crossed in, bounced over the top. And it's great work from Emily Condon, who's been on fire all afternoon so far. And corner kicks just practice before able to that long range effort. And for the second time this week, she is on the score sheet.
Adelaide United goal scored by number 13, Ella Tompkins. Score is Adelaide United 1, Wellington 0. Adelaide! Adelaide! Adelaide!
Well, big cheers there for the Adelaide faithful who've come out in hot conditions, and Condon on the score sheet for her team. The youngest, second youngest ever player, the youngest ever goal scorer, and the most appearances of any Reds player. Wellington will look to get back in this game now. Whatever was said during that last drinks break. To Adelaide, they came out hard, kept the ball as deep within their own attacking half as possible. Ball over the top. Here comes Elliott. Mania Elliott tries to square it back. Well, the Phoenix not wanting to go into the sheds. A goal behind. Adelaide now trying to move the ball down the pitch. They're moving with pace, but they've slowed it down again. They're trying to keep that composure, keep hold of the possession where possible.
Get there. You've got to get there.
Barry doing well defensively. And pickpocketed by Dorba. Here comes Chelsea Dorba. Opportunity for Dorba. And she taps it home and she gets the goal on her birthday. And Adelaide take the 2-0 lead in a matter of minutes. Well, it was the run of Dorba. It's felt like it's been coming all day. The birthday present for the birthday girl. Just in stride, the little flick in. She had Fiona Wirtz there in support if was necessary as well. And just like that, Adelaide are up 2-0.
Adelaide United goal scored by number 10, Chelsea Dorma. Score is Adelaide United 2, Wellington Phoenix 0. Adelaide!
Well, it's a massive couple of minutes for Adelaide. Whatever was said to them during that last drinks break has really kick-started them into action. So in a matter of 3 minutes, it was a really tough fought 0-0 for that entire opening stanza. And now 2 goals for Adelaide. And they lead 2-0. Kelly plays it through to McCutcheon. Morgan. McCutcheon doing well. Elliott had Hodgson around it. He's hit the deck again. Longo plays on. She has the ability to strike from distance. Annalie Longo.
There'll be 5 minutes of time added on. 5 minutes.
Confirmation of 4 minutes of time added on. A long distance strike. But always looking wide, never troubling Claudia Jenkins too much. Oh, look at that strike from Longo. Decided, why not? Take the opportunity, take the chance. So 3 shots on target so far in this game for Adelaide. None so far from Wellington. Wellington had the opportunities a little bit earlier in the game. Had those early corners, some early runs toward goal. Just haven't been able to get any of those shots, any of their 6 shots on target so far. Adelaide also leading that shot count at the moment. Wirtz leaves Kelly in her wake. Bounces down, Leon judges the flight, bounce of that ball. Dorba looks around. Final minutes of play here in this first half. Adelaide now sitting in a comfortable 2-goal lead, but we know there's nothing safe about a 2-goal lead in football. Elliott being paid close attention by the defenders that she's had to face today. Barry playing it back to a keeper in Villau. The foul conceded. So, well, Adelaide really in no rush here to keep the ball moving. Happy to just keep it at a walking pace. Play it safe, play it composed. Just keep a hold of the ball till that whistle blows. McNamara to Condon. Dewey. Well, intercepted by Jale, but Adelaide immediately get it back. Tonkin through the centre. Elliott just couldn't keep a hold of it. Defensive pressure from Wirtz after having lost that ball to try and win it back immediately. Jale. She loaded up the boot. Jenkins forced to come out, that ball being played backwards. Well, it looks like Jabers slotted more into that fullback position. Kelly going centrally in defence. Last 10 or so minutes, and we've reached the 4-minute mark, so the rest of the time is up to the disposal of the referee, Beth Rattray. Joba looks down the line. Wellington start progressing. Are they able to do anything here? Could this potentially be the final passage of play in this first half? Adelaide in no rush. Hodgson again just taking her time, looking for the long option. And Beth Rattray blows her whistle. Oh, stifling conditions and both teams coming off a turnaround. But Adelaide, 2 goals in 3 minutes, able to create the magic. Emily Condon, the first on the score sheet this evening. And that's what it is. At halftime, it is Adelaide United 2, Wellington Phoenix 0. Well, let's have a look at the highlights in this game so far. That was the action right at the start. Longo had the opportunity, just went wide. Phoenix just haven't been able to get their shots in this game on target. Opportunity there. There was a lot of work happening, and Condon, beautiful whipped in ball. We've seen her in charge of these corner kicks as well. Dorba had the opportunity, just palmed away by Valau. Did really well in getting low. And then Dorba here, just wide. And again, forcing Carolina Valau into action. But finally, the first goal of the game from Emily Condon will put an end to the Wellington Phoenix record-breaking lack of conceding. And then the second goal here from Chelsea Dorba, went on a run herself. Beautiful placement of the ball. A simple tap in with that right foot. She had Fiona Wirtz there in for support. But a brilliant goal for the birthday girl. And that is the story of the game so far. Let's have a look at the stats. It's been remarkably even elsewhere besides the goals. It's really those shots on target. Adelaide United having 3 and 2 goals to name. Wellington Phoenix not a single shot on target as of this game. Pretty even across possession, the fouls and the corners as well. Be interesting to see if there's any changes at halftime, as we've come to expect with Wellington Phoenix in previous weeks, and if that can kickstart their comeback in this game. And at halftime, it is Adelaide United 2, Wellington Phoenix 0. Well, this is the final game in round 11 of the Ninja A-League. Of course, plenty of action throughout the weekend already. Yesterday, Melbourne Victory travelled to Newcastle. Let's have a look at the highlights from that game.
Gilnick wants to work it centrally. Not dealt with. Lowe picks it off. Rachel Lowe! Robertson, good hands to it. Ball from Gilnick the first time was in the right spot. Robertson just quick off her line to make sure Lowe couldn't get there before her. Apollonia once again in a central area. Beautiful pass to Gilnick. Gilnick on the score sheet. Gilnick getting her 7th of the season. Hasn't scored since round 3. Beating Robertson at her near post. Well worked from Melbourne Victory, getting reward for all of their attacking pressure. Apollonia did well to win the ball off Dundas, and it was a smart pass on the angle. And Gilnick, and she's back on the score sheet, doesn't need many opportunities. Losing out to Hoban, got Jackson alongside her. Tries to slip it through for Lauren Allen. She may be off, but Lauren Allen still with a chance and goal straight at Newborn. Levels a beautiful pass from Sophie Hoban. Beat out Janchevsky, who went to ground. And Allen tried to poke it. Will this move free up the likes of Nikki Flannery on the opposite side? That ball freed up Chidiac. Now Apollonia got Low through the middle. Flannery there as well. She can get a good ball across and poked through by Rachel Lowe. Right in front of Robinson, poking it into the far post. Both Allens on the far side. Elects to go to Gooch. Another substitute, sending it across, and there was Lauren Allen charging in, couldn't make the contact. And as far as Claudia Chico, that probably wasn't the highest percentage chance, but it worked out. Hoban turning, Davis, dribbling effort. Straight to Newborn. Well protected now. Cass Davis on the edge of the box. Cass Davis tripped up. Advantage played. And the Newcastle crowd asking why was play not stopped, and maybe had Lara Gooch not continued the run, potentially, but Murphy. Apollonia passing it into the path of Lowe, and there's a big collision. Lowe down. Robertson came out, was brave. Josie Allen. And that ball was continuing to rise. And Morrison and Allen getting all tangled up.
Well, they were the highlights between Newcastle Jets and Melbourne Victory. Lots of fans here in support today of Adelaide United versus Wellington Phoenix. Let's hear from one of the goal scorers from yesterday's game, Emily Gilnick.
I think what's going to be good for us moving forward is just recovering after these big 3 games, but also, you know, nothing feels better than coming off a win and a clean sheet. So I think what we'll do is we'll take that positivity moving into this week. We'll recover well over the next few days and hit the ground running. And like you saw tonight, I think you felt a little bit of like weight off our shoulders, a bit pressure. I actually think we played better than, you know, we played the last couple of games. So hopefully that is, like, I don't want to say a turning point, but just, you know, a rebuilding. Starting to rebuild what, you know, is finding our DNA and finding our purpose moving forward, because we felt more fluent, we looked more free, and we played a lot better than we have in the previous few weeks. So we're just looking to build on that, keep it simple, and then come out really strong against Perth. I think it's crucial that, I mean, for me, and I know for Jeff, and I know for the rest of the team, every game is a must-win for us. But I think the most important thing, and we talked about it tonight, it's just performance, and we wanted to have a good performance, and I feel like we did. So we'll try and repeat that against Perth.
Great to hear from Melbourne Victory and Matilda star Emily Gilnick following their win yesterday. Well, of course, it's only half-time here between Adelaide United and Wellington Phoenix. Adelaide leading 2-0 at this stage. We'll be back with more football right after this break. Well, it's halftime here in Adelaide, and Adelaide United 2, Wellington Phoenix 0. But this is just one game in a massive summer of football. Make sure you are staying tuned.
It's football's hottest summer.
Well, it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Well, that is just pretty to watch.
78 games across 28 days.
That is unbelievable.
It's the A-League's biggest summer of football ever.
Oh my goodness, what a strike.
Action-packed fun for everyone these holidays. Family passes start from only $24. Search A-League's tickets online to get your tickets today.
Hasn't it been a brilliant summer of football? And of course, we're treated into a game right now. Adelaide United trying to get the one up on the Wellington Phoenix. They sit next to each other on the ladder. Equal points going into this game. But with a win, Adelaide could pip them and jump ahead to 4th position. Of course, Adelaide have only made finals once in the history of their Ninja A-League team, whereas Wellington Phoenix, only their 4th season, yet to make finals as well, but both teams remarkably on the up. Phoenix have just, since their first win of the season against Adelaide United back in a Unite round in round 4, been on a hot run of form. Can they come back in this game? It'll be Wellington Phoenix to get us back underway. Daisy Brazendale. Olivia Kelly just couldn't keep it under control. Hodgson on throw duties for Adelaide. McCutcheon. Oh, she's been impressive, doing well to just try and guard that ball and still use her technical ability to keep a hold of it in possession for her team. Brazendale. Just try to clear it long. Dealt with immediately by the Adelaide defensive line. Ferguson gut running to begin the second half. Well, game on Thursday, we saw a goal within the opening 7 seconds of the second half from Phoenix. Haven't been able to quite get the ball in the back of the net so far this game. We know the fighting spirit that they've shown. Longo now on the run. Couldn't beat McNamara. Leon looks down the line. And Fiona Wirtz in a field of her own. Fiona Wirtz just couldn't get the shot away with enough power. So adventure both ends of the pitch, and Fiona Wirtz, she had so much space. Jaber coming through brilliantly to cut off any attempt of power behind that strike. Centre giving some advice right before the throw is taken. Chia Leon tasked with the duties for Adelaide down this flank. Leon plays it over the top. Longo coming back in support. Able to get break free and find Jale. Jale on a little bit of a run. Able to pass it off before being cut by the Adelaide defenders. Barry looks wide to Jaber. Adelaide secure and comfortable in their lead so far in this game. Just using those moments to eat up time where they can. We saw it a lot right in the stoppage time of that first half. They get to be the side that plays with the composure, knowing they've got that 2-goal buffer. Wirtz now on the ball. Plays it backwards down the line. Condon drifts in a bit centrally. Before the flag is up on Fiona Wirtz. Fiona Wirtz, she's the player that's attempted the most shots and most shots on target so far this season. Oh, look. Just drifted offside. Palau looking long. Dorba trying to recreate that magic in the first half that saw her score that second goal for her team. Charlie and Wool playing between themselves before something opens up. Ball overhead, looking to go aim towards Ferguson. Barry playing it back to Valau. Hutchinson. Well, Fiona Wirtz, 3 shots on target today, 3 duels won, pass accuracy, final third, 100%. Hasn't quite got her name on the score sheet just yet. Did score the first goal in that game on Wednesday night. Booted long. And Morgan. Wirtz trying to find some space. Low delivery into the box. Adelaide still in control here. Wirtz goes long. Powerful strike, but just off target. Another look at that attempted strike. Well, it had the effort required to find the back of the net. So, well, we'll see the introduction of Alyssa Wynnum at the end of the evening for Daisy Brazendale. Of course, Wynnum, that first goal in the game on Thursday night against the Wanderers really kicks out the effort. Her first goal of the season, of course, as well. She brought in to try and recreate some of that magic and flair that we saw on Thursday. Immediately on the ball. Putting the pressure on with the fresh legs. Leon. Smart with the tactics and technique to bring the ball down. Tried to play a long one over the top, but couldn't find a player in red. Charlie, high loopy ball in. Charlie smart. Plays it through to Ferguson. The chase is on. McNamara trying to guard it out. Uses her body well. This is why she was recalled to that Matilda squad. And seeing that technical nounce. Barry coming in to support Phoenix in try and bring the ball further down the field. Well, 10 shots to Adelaide, just 7 for the Phoenix. We've had plenty of ventures down both ends of the pitch. Elliott. Well, despite the fresh legs of Wynnum, she's too much on that ball from Kelly to try and make something of it. A signal from Jenkins. Wants to go the long option. Now look at the possession stat, 52% for Adelaide, 48 for Wellington. It has been that tight battle consistently throughout the game. We had brief patches where one team's just held on to it longer. Adelaide just looking, again, the more composed of the sides in the moment, just because they have that safety in the 2-goal lead as it stands. Dorba not wanting Villar to spend too much time on the ball. Create that pressure. Wirtz now. Fiona Wirtz using her speed, able to pin it back, but again to the side netting. The last ditch defending will lead Adelaide to another corner. That flick off the boot, all it took, but again, Wirtz looking threateningly towards goal the longer this game goes on. Condon. High delivery, up raises. McNamara gets the head to it. It goes straight up vertically in the air. It's been some years since Matilda McNamara has scored. You have to go all the way back to February 2022. Also had some time away from the Ninja A-League, came back start of the season, and it's been a consistent performer for her side. Wynnum dancing the ball, lays it off for Elliott. Alyssa Wynnum again playing it low. Jenkins comes out. Relying on Matilda McNamara to jump over to protect the ball. Wynnum. Waiting for the opportunity, Wynnum. And it's bundled into the back of the net. And Wellington Phoenix have joined the party. It's an unfortunate own goal for Lucia Leon. But again, the impact of Alyssa Wynnum. She's come on, she's made something. And well, the Phoenix are right back into this game. Oh, look, that ball delivered in. Well, Lucia Leon was trying to chest it away, but of course it's the work of Alyssa Wynnum. That's 2 in score involvements we've seen from her. Of course, that important first goal on Thursday. Now, the crucial assist here to get her team right back into the play. Wirtz. Oh, it's the work of all to come barging through. Don't want to give Fiona Wirtz any opportunity to try and make a run. Morgan goes for the curling effort. It curls well over the bar. Well, the opening 15 minutes of the second half will go into the first drinks break. Of course, saw Adelaide get 2 goals in 3 minutes in the back end of that first half. Now Wellington right back in that game with that goal at the 59th minute. Some words there from Paul Temple to Grace Jale. Let's have a look at the goals in this game. That first goal from Emily Condon, played it well. It was a succession of corners that built up to the opportunity. Well, is it a cross, is it a shot? Doesn't matter for Emily Condon. It's a great goal at the end of the day. And Dorba, of course, the birthday girl, scores as a present to herself, gets her name on the score sheet and doubled the lead there for Adelaide United. And of course, there's been so much action down this one particular end of the pitch, and Alyssa Wynnum came on the 53rd minute, making an immediate impact. Lucia Leon, just the wrong place, guides it into the back of her own net. But strong work from Wynnum and what she's done since she's come onto the pitch. So,
Substitutions for Wellington Phoenix coming off number 9 Olivia Ferguson.
well, substitution there for Wellington Phoenix in the drink break.
Should be replaced by number 2.
So we can see that Emma Main, another goal scorer from Thursday's match, will be coming on. Of course, Zoe McMeekin, defender for Wellington Phoenix. So an attacking change and a defensive change there for the Phoenix. We know that Paul Temple isn't afraid to use his subs, especially relatively early in a game. Quite a few halftime subs for the Phoenix throughout the season so far. We'll restart play through Carolina Villau. Chest it down. Well, Emma Main has come on. Wynnum pushing out wide for Wall. It's chopped down. It'll be a free kick. For the Phoenix, what can they make of this position? So another look there. Well, McNamara, she saw red in the game against Perth. Missed the following week. Let's have another look at that challenge. Just sliding in. Doesn't look to have connected with the ball. But Wall is back up on her feet in confirmation of the substitution. So McMeekin on for Mania Elliott. Ferguson off for Emma Main. Main was able to score after just 7 minutes on the pitch on Thursday. What can she do today? And Captain Adelaide Longo in charge of the dead ball situation here. Big shouts there. As Rattray will have to come in and have a conversation with the players. Longo swings it in, punched away by Jenkins. Elliott flicks it overhead, headed away by McNamara. McCutcheon drives it toward goal, but Jenkins judges the bounce and able to collect. So let's have another look at that dead ball situation. Punched away by Jenkins, and Wynnum flicks it back overhead. McCutcheon did well to get the body behind it. In the end, no trouble for Jenkins. Scores stay locked at 2-1. Longo. Again, playing out wide. The whistle's gone for the offside against Wall. Gia Leon, well, scored on Wednesday. First goal for her club. Fortunately, guided the ball back into her own net in this game. It's given Wellington the opportunity, the chance. Still that goal behind, but plenty more football to play. Jale. Curling effort! Again, punched away. Well, it seems like all the action is meant to be down this end of the pitch. Another look, Jale. We know she can strike it from distance, on target. Forcing Jenkins into action. And Jenkins has been the busier of the two keepers in this second half. Seeing there's bright patches for either team. Wellington evidently in the middle of one right now. That goal scored. So much action. Down their attacking end in the past 10 minutes. Well, they've started to bump up that shot stat. 9 to their name. They're brought down. Adelaide fans, they make their disapproval loud and clear. Wellington do well. Wall with a chance to break free. Plays it centrally to her captain. Long ball, and Emma Main with the fresh legs. Has the ability to run onto it. And McNamara did well to stop the attack, but we aided by the whistle. Emma Main couldn't quite keep it in play. All over the top. The communication between defence and goalkeeper has been really beneficial to the reason why Adelaide has turned around the defensive woes from last season to this season. You can hear it on the pitch.
Substitutions for Adelaide United coming off number 27, Sean Dewey. She'll be replaced by number 6, Tiana Karambassis.
So substitution there.
Also coming off number 14, Lucia Leon. She'll be replaced by number 24, Abby Middleton.
Well, substitutions there for Adelaide United. Lucia Leon coming off, as is Sean Dewey. Tiana Karambassis and Abby Middleton coming on. Two likely attacking choices there from Adrian Centre. Well, Karambassis scored against Adelaide last year when she played for Central Coast. Now coming on to try and steady up the ship here, potentially extend their lead if possible. And Abby Middleton, South Australian product, has come through their NTC system. It's her first feature in a matchday squad since round 1. Just played 7 minutes there against the Victory. Now looking to extend that playing time in this game. McMeekin. Accurate passes in the final third. Remarkably, even another statistic that seems to be exemplifying exactly where this game is going. Dorba dragging out wide. Barry doing well. Sneaky little backflip from Jale. Jale again attempting to use the technical ability there. The quicks, the smarts. Just no play there in support. Frustration evident from the bench. That ball over the top from McCutcheon. Here's Wynnum. McMeekin tries to play it more central. Dealt with immediately by Adelaide. Jaber using that low centre of gravity. Wall. Morgan with pressure right on her tail from Longo. McCutcheon. Again, sailing wide. Jenkins was full stretch. Look, first time. Look at the ball. Jenkins did well. Despite the shot flying off target. Final third entry is 50 for Wellington, just pipping Adelaide at the moment. Mackenzie Barry on the ball. Main, beautiful delivery that forces Jenkins to come out to quash the attack. Delightful delivery in from Emma Main. See that Grace Jale playing a little bit more as a centre forward since the removal of Ferguson. McMeekin using that flank. Wynnum dancing on the ball. Alyssa Wynnum. So magic that created that first goal. Dorba. Middleton. Karambassis rather. Jale. She's a long stride to get there first. Takes the ball wide, calling for players in support. Plays it back to her captain, Longo. Jale, one touch to win him. Again out wide to Longo. With the angle of the delivery of the ball. Well, Adelaide will have to fight hard to get this ball out of a position deep in their own defensive half. Middleton with the long throw. Wirtz. This game has gone through these ebbs and flows. We've had these bright attacking spots. Her team's been relentless again and again. Saw patches of it at the start and the end of that first half, and again from Wellington, more so in this second. We've got a goal back in this game. The foul given from Morgan on Longo. Both players have been involved. We've seen fouls conceded and won by both those players against each other in this game. Have a look here. Well, Morgan making it very difficult for Longo to break through. It's been a remarkably low foul game, only 3 apiece. Longo. High and lofty. Down the line. Plays Hodgson, trying to find Wirtz. Muscled off the ball. You can hear the heavy clash there. The air just taken out of Tiana Jaber. Take this up. Wirtz just trying to clear it. Really connect hard with the boot. Ball immediately just hitting Tiana Jaber. Well, the teams will take this opportunity for the final drinks break of this game. Allocated drinks break. There's been patches in this game. We've seen as well how teams have responded coming out of this moment. The advice they're getting from their coaches has been beneficial. So Kate Shepherd there giving Grace Jale a lot of advice. MMA, she's come on. She's been very influential in her substitutions on throughout this season. Scored the first goal of the season for Wellington. A penalty in round 1. Against Western United, and of course scored again on Thursday, the final goal of the game, assisted by Grace Jale. Well, as the ladder stands in this as well, Adelaide claiming this win will put them above the Phoenix with that extra win to go 3 points clear. That's how important this game is. It really is a 6-goal swing. Both teams on equal points, having played 10, won 5, drawn 1. Just the goal difference separating the two at the moment. Wellington at +4, Adelaide only +2. Very crucial 6-pointer in terms of how these teams will look to try and make finals or how they'll be played in finals. Of course, because of the extra fixture with Unite Round, this is only game 2 out of 3 matchups this season between the two sides. Well, Grace Jale She's playing every role asked of her. Accurate passes 22, Jules won 6, shots 3. We know that she has the power behind her to go for those long range strikes. Also the ability to use her physical presence well to connect. And that's a header or hold up the ball well. She's made the move back to the Wellington Phoenix, the team where she had her debut when they first entered the league. She was their top goal scorer that first season as well. Then went across to Canberra and Perth and now has returned home. Of course, a football fan as well. Represents New Zealand on the national stage, international stage rather. Dorber heads it on, Condon. With McMeekin fresh. Hasn't played since the start, able to just meet the attacking threat that Adelaide has come on well. Some valuable interceptions, that long ball at the top. Jale trying to battle with Holland. Middleton boots it. McCutcheon tried to connect with her head. Just glances off the face. McNamara. Well, trying to stop the drive coming through. The foul given to Wellington. The ensuing ball just far too pacey for Mackenzie Barry to keep a hold of. Pinging back and forth between the two teams. Longo just tries to get it out to create a new attack. McCutcheon, change of pace, playing it back to Barry. Jale finds Longo, beautiful ball. Adelaide Longo, well dispossessed by McNamara. We saw Adelaide Longo score that brace against Brisbane in December. And what a powerful goal scoring threat she is, of course, captain of this side as well. Jaber. McMeekin, Wynnum. Trying to find the option there, and Jale comes to meet it.
Substitution of 4 Wellington coming off from number 6, Mary McCutcheon. She'll be replaced by number 14, Bay Tanaka.
Well, the final substitution in the outfield for Wellington Phoenix, Mary McCutcheon. It's been a long stint for her, played every minute of the campaign so far. Well, now he subs off in exchange for maybe Tanaka. Played with the Preston Lions, Victorian and PLW. 2024 season. Started last week. It's coming off the bench today. It's crucial in that, in the goal that was the difference the last time these two sides met up. Could she also make a difference in the final minutes? Regular time in this game. Tanaka clattering with McNamara. McNamara has been an effective shot stopper today, even in that central defensive position. Barry saw the run of Jale, just misjudged the direction she was going. Well, Mackenzie Barry, fellow A-Leagues commentator Jason Pine, was talking about her, about consistently and resilience are the two words so closely defined by her. 65th game in Wellington Phoenix history, and she's played in 61 of them, and 60 of those to start. Really been the most consistent player in the history of this team in the Ninja A-League. Main. Well, there was ample opportunity there. Ball bubbling around. Players running almost in a line together at goal. So it's the first goal scorer of the clash, Emily Condon, taking a leave. And Katie Bowler coming on. What looks to be another idea of an attacking change here from Adrian Centre. And Chrissy Panagaris really sits on the bench for the outfield for either team to potentially come on final minutes. Wynnum. Hodgson just connecting with the boot in midair. Adelaide trying to do well defensively, acrobatically. Well, now we'll have that final substitution. So Fiona Wirtz heading off and Chrissy Panagaris. Famous debut goal for Panagaris. Won it against Western Sydney Wanderers at Cooper Stadium. Adelaide local, grew up and a star in their NPLW competition for many years, goal scoring threat. And then to grow up and play and score the winner at the stadium, she must have viewed so many games at. Massive moment for the attacker. Main trying to win the ball back, but concedes the foul instead. Well, duels between these two sides. It's been, again, 76-79. More or less every single statistic that appears from this game. It's a tight-fought contest. And Jules won 44 for Wellington. It's been this intensity. Hasn't been stifled by the conditions or the weather. Kelly Smart to get the ball away from the lurking threat. Jenkins quick to play it back to Tonkin. Almost like a game of tennis, the ball bobbing back and forth. Wellington, well, just the one goal separates the two sides. They know how valuable these points would be to keep their undefeated start to the year intact. Charlie McMeekin heads back down, and quick work by Captain Tonkin. Oh, we'll see a Wellington Phoenix corner. Main has been lurking and dangerous since she's come onto the pitch. Tonkin quick to just clear it into the stands and beyond. Well, 5 corners for Adelaide, 3 for Phoenix. We saw the first 2 go to Phoenix. It's been quite some time since we've seen a corner kick for them. Delivered in into the side netting. Well, the seconds will tick down. At the end of regular time in this match. Will be 7 minutes of time added on. We've already seen across the A-Leagues what can happen in stoppage time this weekend. Could we be in for some late drama, some late magic from either of these sides? Adelaide in the box seat at the moment to take home the 3 points. But could Wellington conjure something here? Longer. Saw where Wool was. Of course, Toland there to help stifle the attack. But Wellington not quite out of this yet. Morgan plays it back. It's an awkward delivery. And Wellington keep the ball down in there attacking third. Charlie. Middleton. Clearance seems to be the preferred strategy at this point in time. Move it quickly and efficiently out of danger. But Wellington have been smart and quick when they win the ball back from those long cleared balls. Wynnum plays it low. Main. Well, Jenkins low and in the right place. But Wellington is still threatening. Despite the time ticking on. And stoppage. Main does well to connect. The header goes over the top. Jale had no opportunity to get that shot away. Jaber humping down that flank, trying to cross in. Another look there. Tiana Jaber had all the power behind it. Just couldn't get the finesse. Again, Jale with that little backward flick. Wall delivers it almost entirely to the penalty spot, but Wall, delightful delivery in. Again, Captain Tonkin, right place. So hard to believe she's still only 22 years of age. She brings such a maturity to this side, especially as the interim captain this season, given Isabel Hodgson's unavailability due to injury. Longo. Dancing one way then the other. Just to pull it back. Moves away, tries to open up the space, and immediately the flag goes up on Mimikin. Well, it has been Wellington for majority of the second half. They've been the side that's been down since that 43rd minute mark. 2 goals, and of course the first goal for Adelaide in the 41st. Able to pin one back through that own goal of Lucia Leon. They've been the side that has been threatening consistently. Jale was hoping to scoop that ball over, allow someone to go for the run. But it's hot conditions and tired legs. And there's just a swarm of bodies to try and pick that angle to run through. Oh, look at that flick there from Jale. Oh, players goal side wearing red shirts. Longer. McMeekin. Barry. Tanaka. Panagaris wins it for Adelaide. Dorba to Karen Bassis. Flicks it long. Oh, Panagaris really loaded up the leg. Straight blocked shot immediately. Final minutes ticking down. Jenkins. Will be that foul called on Dorba. Just hit the back of the head there. Potentially could be the last passage of play in this game. Just Olivia Kelly tried to rise up for the header, just into the back of Dorba. He's back up on her feet. Of course, the birthday girl in the game today. Able to score that second goal. And has proved the difference so far for Adelaide. Well, really at referee Beth Rattray's disposal here. Ball pumped long. And the final whistle blows. So Adelaide continue their undefeated start to 2025. Wellington, off the back of consecutive clean sheets and wins, unable to get it done here today. But a massive moment for the Reds, and they will go up into 4th position on the table. So 3 clear of the Phoenix, of course. Massive importance in what the standings will be at the end of the season. And at full time, this game is Adelaide United 2, Wellington Phoenix 1.
The big teams in Melbourne victory this Saturday, the original rivalry, and then...
Let's have a look at the highlights in this game. Well, Both teams really had to adjust to the conditions here. Longo with a beautiful chance, just drifted wide. Ball pinned back perfectly by Elliott. Took a deflection on the way. Ball whipped in here, and then there was a series of corners.